Alrighty guys, Aztec here bringing us another Dragon Ball Legends PvP video. So this is going to be kind of like a retrospective. I want to look back at some of these matches, right? Because it's the last day of the season. As of recording, there's only about 20 minutes left in the season. So I do want to go ahead and get these matches recorded through the replay system right here, right? So this is the team that I used to grind God Rank right here, right? I don't think this is my best team, and it definitely could be better. Mostly like emphasized on this Broly right here, right? Because he's only at Zenkai level 5, so I'm not getting the full Zenkai stats right here, right? Because they're just at 30% and stuff like that. He could be reaching up to 40%. But this team is just really fun for me. I'm going to be straight up with you guys. I have always enjoyed running Ultra Super Gogeta. Tapion is so fun, and then Dragon Fist. Dragon Fist is one of those units where I absolutely love him. I don't use him like the best though. I need to get better at using him, right? And a lot of these matches that I'm about to show you, I actually rely on Ultra Super Gogeta the most. So these are the equips that we are using as well. Again, I need to upgrade these as well. Obviously I put my best equips on Ultra Super Gogeta. Like I said before, he's probably like my favorite anchor type character as my last man standing character. All that stuff, I usually set him up in that position, right? But overall, let's go ahead and hop into the matches, see what I do right and see what I do wrong. Alright, so first match that we are going to be viewing is me versus Iffy. Right, so I don't remember the exact RP or anything like that, right? But it's you have my team versus what we have here is essentially like a Saiyans team right here, right? You have Dragon Fist, MUI Goku, and then I'm pretty certain that the Ultra Super Vegeta was the leader slotted unit, right? So I don't want to spoil who wins or who loses. Let's go ahead and just get right into it. Alright, so I end up starting off with Ultra Super Gogeta, right? I also like to lead with him, right? Just that blast armor is so powerful. He starts off with MUI, so this is actually very beneficial for me. I end up vanishing right there, right? I should have just went all the way. If I would have went all the way, I would have been able to catch him. I don't know if my opponent drop combos right here or not, but I'm pretty sure, yeah. So he doesn't drop combo. I end up swapping the Tapion so I can destroy a card. And right here, I'm debating if I should just swap in Super Saiyan 3, which I do right here. Right, that way I can inflict those debuffs, right? The -1 to the card draw speed, and then sealing the strike cards, right? Sealing the strike cards was important for me right there, although I didn't really take too much of an advantage over it. So this was just all bad. I go for the backdash right there to avoid the taps, and then I go for this. I end up getting the priority right here, right? MUI Kid, and that's a lot of damage. Like, I sacrificed most of my units right here, my equip and stuff like that too are all like damage, right? They're all damage based right there. That was another mistake right there. I could have floated up to mid-range and got my blue card off, and that would have been absolutely huge, right? And then I go for a strike card right there. He floats back to mid-range. Another miss. I was getting too antsy, right? Just getting a little bit too ahead of myself right there. And that back float to mid-range, when you catch someone like that, especially if they're in the middle of a strike, you essentially get like a pseudo PV. Right, what happens right there is that you don't get enough time to actually sidestep out of that, so now I lose a character for that. That was a phenomenal play on his end right here, and so now I have my Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Right, my Tapion's dead, Super Saiyan 3 Goku's coming in, but look at his Super Saiyan 3 Goku. His Super Saiyan 3 Goku has his gauge filled up. Thankfully, he actually swaps out for me right there, because he could have killed, truth be told. I'm going to go, he pops his main ability right here. He gets a little bit of a heal, but I get the PV, and I can just go ahead and lock this man in. That's exactly what I do, and I want to break his hand too. Right, I want to go ahead and break the hand. I probably should have been a little bit more, he has a rush. Right, that's the only thing right here is that I know he has the rush. He wants to get it off, and I still ended up going for a card. Once again, it's just that my lack of patience really just screwing me over, right? And he gets the rush off. Right, he sees me doing an action right there. I probably should have tried to bait it out better. Like, I could have went for a tackle right there. Right, if I would have went for a tackle right there, I possibly could have been able to get out of it, right? There is a small little window of time right there during the tackle where if he gets it perfectly with the rush, I wouldn't have been able to get out of it. But it would have been a lot better than just giving up my Ultra Gogeta for free, right? And then I go for this too. Knowing he has a strike cover change, I still go for the tackle off the strike off the tackle, right? And that's pretty much game right there. Even though he already popped the main ability right here, he does have the card draw speed, and he definitely has the damage, right? Once again, my team isn't really built defensively too much. It's more so offensive. Alright, so for my next opponent, it is King Crits right here. Right, so he's rocking Vegito Blue, Ultra Super Vegito, and the droids. Once again, I think I'm fairly certain that his Ultra Super Vegeta was leader slotted right here, right? Because Vegeta Blue and Androids are part of the future tag, but it could be vice versa either way. This is the team that he's running right here. Let's go ahead and get into this one as well. Alright, so once again, I start off with Ultra Super Gogeta, so you can already notice the trend right here, right? I love starting off with this man. I do have a green card in hand, so I can immediately see he's doing something, so I just go for a strike card right here. Even if he would have went for a strike, I would have been okay with taking the strike clash, right? The Dokabaki Impact. And I dropped the combo right there, assuming he was going to swap, because I have the color advantage, but it was stupid of me. And the only reason to combo drop with the Super Saiyan 3 Goku is just to get more cards off. And by me doing that, by making that mistake right there, I'm forced to take all this damage now, and I'm not able to get those cards that I wanted to get off, right? So this was just a really rough start for me all around. Thankfully, he drops the combo right there. I pop main ability. I have to catch him in the sidestep, and I definitely do. So I need to go ahead and just get as much damage as I possibly can. Tapion doing really good damage, right? Really good damage right here. I tried to pull that green card, but wasn't able to pull it in time, which was very unfortunate. So I opt to use it right there, right? I got the card draw speed, and then I chucked this blue card too. Trying to go immediately right here, but Vegeta Blue comes in, and then he catches me with the blast, bro. If I would have clicked that strike card a little bit earlier, I would have been able to get it. And then I sidestep right here, right? So I had time to sidestep, meaning that I had time to actually tap attack right there. So that was just very unfortunate as well, and I'm pretty sure he has the rush at this point. I don't know if he opts to use it right now, but he... Okay, no, he goes for the blue card right here. So I go into Super Saiyan 3 Goku once again. Because he has health restoration like stuff, right? He's able to go ahead and heal a bunch of this stuff off, and I kind of want to just... and he... right there. I know I can heal up a lot with the Super Saiyan 3 Goku is my point right there, right? But he catches me in priority again. I am playing this extremely badly. Not only am I playing this extremely badly, my opponent is playing this really damn good, right? So now he essentially, he's floating back right there, right? Because he's kind of like waiting a little bit. And I've been trying to wait for him to sidestep. This time I switch it up and I start going immediately, right? And he has no cover change against strike cards right here. So I'm just opting to do this damage. I pop the main right here. I'm also going to be able to fill up my gauge. So this should do a good amount, even to this Vegeta Blue right here. Right, so this is more than fine with me, right? I was debating even just trying to build up to that blue card so I can destroy the hand and be even more aggressive, right? I still end up going for the aggressive plays right there. I don't know why he popped that green card, but that was a little bit risky, right? Maybe he thought I was going to go for a rush or something, but we're able to go ahead and get this priority now, right? And I think I just popped main, right? Out of fear, and I probably shouldn't. That's probably like not the best thing in the world right there. I probably shouldn't. Like I was just stressed out. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was definitely feeling the pressure right here. If we had used like one more card, that would have killed. But we got him right there. See, we caught him in the sidestep, and that's really what helped us out so much. So much. Once again, I go immediately, and that's truly what seals the deal right there. Because if you guys don't remember earlier, I actually popped the ultimate with this Ultra Gogeta. Right, so he has the buff where he can nullify endurance. That blue card with Tapion is really what secured us right here. It was really, we had to hit that. It was like we hit that or we lose the game, I truthfully believe. Right, because now you're going to see him get blasted away. It's going to have the little effect endurance nullified. We got that right there. And all that's left is Vegeta Blue. He's just sidestepping right there. I'm just hitting these green cards and stuff like that, right? This is all good. Right, I don't care what happens right here. Even if he rushed this guy, that's fine with me, right? The only one that I'm really concerned about him not rushing is this guy right here. And just, once again, out of pure fear, because I know he has that rush, I just go in with Tapion. I just go in with Tapion right here, because I'm just like, screw that. I don't want to even, like, risk being able to get its rush with the Super Saiyan 3 Goku right here, right? I would rather try to let Tapion die and stuff like that. And so that's going to go ahead and wrap up this game right here. This game got me into God Rank, by the way. This game literally put my toes into God Rank, but it wasn't enough to secure it. Alright, for this next match, this was a God Rank fight right here. So I go up against Vix ZZZZZ167. We are both in God Rank, right? I've never been on God 2 before. I'm not going to spoil who is the victor right here, but you guys are going to get a little sneak peek at my first God 2 match right here on the channel. Right, so he has the same team as me. He just has a bit more stars, right? His Tapion's at 14 stars, my Tapion's at 7 stars. So he kind of does have like the edge in that. But when the teams are so similar like this, it really does come down to skill. So let's go ahead and watch what happens. Alright, so I start off with USG, right? Ultra Super Gogeta. I believe he does this. No, he starts off with Tapion right here. right? So I am like, let me just go ahead and be annoying. Let me waste your Vanish. Let me go ahead and just get these tap attacks off. And we end up going for a Strike Clash, right? The Dokabaki. I hit a 990 on him, which is very solid. And then you see me swap into the Super Saiyan 3 Goku because I want to build up that gauge, right? Because I, truthfully, in this setup right here, and what was going on in my head, I was like, whoever fills up their gauge first is going to be at an advantage, right? And he catches me in the green card right here, right? You guys saw me sidestepping. You guys heard me sidestepping right there. There's no way for me to get out of that. And he's critting me. He drops the combo, though, thank God. I heard him sidestep within my green, and now I can ignore these cover changes. And you can see I already got my rush. 20-second rush right there, and you guys know I'm going to use it. You guys already know I'm going to use it. And, you know, going against Tapion, it's kind of, like, not the best thing in the world, right? Using it against Tapion isn't the best thing in the world, but I'm like, screw it. But at the same time, I am very scared. Because, and I think that's what really was cucking me throughout a lot of these fights. It was just my own, like, battle mentally, right? There was a lot of times where I was playing too scared, right? And not even like I was playing passive or anything. I was just making bad plays because I was scared, right? Because I was just like, okay, well, let me, like, it's just a lot of stuff that really contributed to the struggle of reaching God rank this season. So I come back in, I pop the main ability. I want to go ahead and just draw this green card. And I tried to catch him in the sidestep, right? But he has immense patience. Right there, I should have went immediately, right? A lot of these players at the top ranks, they have insane patience. So you have to really be cautious about it. And so at this point, I'm like, okay, well, do I just let Tapion die? If I swap into any other character right here, they're just going to get locked in by Gogeta and possibly get rushed. So you do see me swap out right here. I do go ahead and just tap attack him, right? If I would have dodged that, he would have definitely, and he gets his Vanish back. Right, so he gets his Vanish back right there as a result of me tapping him so many times, and now my Super Saiyan 3 Goku is dead. Now, the fight is still not over, but this was so, like, defeating to me, right? This felt like it was GG's, but as you guys do know, like, I never forfeit a match. I play it all the way through. I pop my green card right here, hoping to try to get something off. Immediately after popping my green card, he cancels all my attribute upgrades, which does suck, but we catch him right here, and look at the damage that we're doing. All right, look at the damage we're doing right here, and I need to save this ultimate. That's the only reason why you see me not popping the main ability right here. I need to save my ultimate purely for the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, for him to pop his own ultimate too, right? So there's his main right there. I pop mine, and I think he's using it, but look at how big brain he is. Instead of using it, he goes for a strike card right off rip, right? He goes for a strike card right off rip, so because he doesn't want to clash it. He doesn't want to clash it, and now look what happens. So I have no choice but to go ahead and just do this. And Gogeta, right here, this is where I was like, this is game. That's it. But he lives! He lives! And once again, I should have just went immediately. Imagine if I would have just blue carded right there. Imagine if I would have just blue carded right there. Now I have no HP or no nothing, so it's a lot more scarier. But I literally could have just won the game right then, right there. I do have the ultimate at the very least. He goes for the blast card, and I missed the timing. I missed the timing, bro. That was I would say though, even with all of my mistakes right there, of course I had to give GG's to my opponent. But with all of my mistakes right there, I'm happy with that God 2 fight. Even though it was a loss, it was my first one. Obviously, I wanted to win it. But I'm still happy with that. I feel like we were still able to put up a fight right there at the very end of everything right there, right? Alright, so this is going to be the final fight of the video. So keep in mind, last fight was my God 2 fight, right? I was in God rank, right? But my opponent from the last fight, just for context, he kicked me out of God rank. So now it's crunch time. So now I'm like, okay, I'm running out of time. I need to get in there. I need to get back into PvP. I need to find a juicy match. So I find Dr. Malding. Some of you guys may know Dr. Malding, right? He's infamous for Malding. Right, for Malding and getting God Key units to 14 stars. As you can see right here, he does have 14-star MUI Goku, and he has a decent amount of stars on his Ultras as well. All right, so I start off with my USG, right? He has his 14-star MUI, 14-star USG. He has a Red Star 1 Ultra Super Vegeta, I believe. He starts off with the MUI, though. Obviously, that's great for me. Right, even with this blue card, you see me use a card right there, right, just so I can get the Dragon Ball. I knew it was going to hit me regardless, so I'm like, screw it, let me just get my Dragon Ball. When you go against players with extremely high stars like this, I am just like, screw it, I need to get my rush ASAP, as soon as possible, right? So I already have 3 balls right here. I'm going to be able to be filling up my gauge as well. So I go ahead and pop this green card. I pop my strike card right here. And we're essentially halfway to a full gauge. And we're doing good damage. Right, that's also something to keep in mind. We're doing extremely good damage. I just need to, oh, and look at, we caught him in the sidestep right there too. I popped this. I drop combo right here. I think this is what really secured it for me. I drop combo right here. Right, this was absolutely huge for me, and then I can go into the rush. I know this Gogeta reduces sub counts, but it's not going to be enough sub counts to actually bring back the Ultra Super Vegeta, right? So as long as this goes through, MUI's dead. That's a huge weight off my shoulders, right? Because this guy is going to essentially be able to one-shot Tapion if he gets his hands on him, or especially with the ultimate or something of that nature. Right, so this is huge for me, and then I believe Ultra Super Vegeta comes right back in. Right, and I believe it is. I get locked in. So I get locked in. He goes for a tackle right here. But I patient. I wait for him to sidestep once, and then he goes for something. I had a feeling that he was going to be a little bit antsy right there. So I'm like, screw it. Let's go ahead and just queue this up, and then let's queue up a strike card afterwards. Just in case he goes for a strike card, and we just go for a Dokabaki right here. If I win this, that's GG's. 974 versus the 919. And so now I can go ahead and just break his hand, and that was going to go ahead and result in the forfeit right there. Let's go. So that's going to go ahead and wrap up the video for today. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Actually, I think I'm going to just start streaming my God rank grinds, right? Like the last day, because I always do it on the last day. I know I procrastinate a little bit right here. I always do it like last day, last hour. That's what it always feels. I think that's why I get so stressed out. I get in my own head right here. But either way, I think a lot of these were good matches, and I do like looking back at my own losses, right? Specifically because when you look back at your own losses, you see a lot of the mistakes that you make, and you can go ahead and try to correct them in the future. Right, so I think that's why it's important for me to not only show the wins, but also show the losses as well. Right, so that being said, if you guys enjoyed the content, let me know by leaving a like, a comment, maybe even consider hitting that subscribe button, and let me know in the comment section. Actually, let me know if you guys hit God rank. Let me know where you guys actually finished at, right, upon season reset, and do stick around, right, because supposedly the minions are coming tonight at reset, and we will be pumping out the content for you guys with those bad boys. If they're good enough, if they are good enough, I will do the whole season with minions. So you guys got that to look forward to. My own suffering right there, right? I have no choice but to get good at that point if I am going to be rocking them all the way to God tier. All right, so that being said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later!